All right, welcome back, everybody. Today we have the Severn Admirals against the St. Mary's Ryken Knights, varsity field hockey at the Barber Family Stadium. Today, your announcers are Megan Murphy and Polly Hill, and you will see now our starting lineup for Severn today. All right, so today we have Linnea Alstead, Ellie Davis, Josie Elion, Sadie Elion, Grace Frankel, Allie Straub, Jess Wilson, Skylar Kagan, Morgan Ryan, Vivian Miller, and of course our goalie, Emma Ripley.
So one thing to note heading into this game is that Emma Ripley is coming into this with 47 saves so far this season. The Admirals had a tournament this past weekend going 1-1. They losing 3-2 to Leonardtown and winning 3-0 to Annapolis. So they've had a good season thus far, and we're excited to see what the Knights can bring to the field today.
Yeah, this game's got to be a good warm-up to St. Mary's, our rival on Wednesday. St. Mary's Ryken is not in our conference, but this will be a good matchup. Should be a good game.
So far this year, St. Mary's Ryken has gone 0-1, losing to Patuxent. Just short, Patuxent winning 1, St. Mary's with nothing. But last year they went 2-7. And again, this is not an in-conference game, but it's going to be a good matchup.
Yep, so for St. Mary's Ryken, Severn has played them before and has won each of the last 8 games against St. Mary's Ryken, dating all the way back to 2009. And the Admirals have outscored the Knights 22-7 during their winning streak. Their last game against each other was September 22nd, 2018, with Severn with 4 points, St. Mary's Ryken with 1 point. And the last meeting at home was October 2017, and Severn had 5, St. Mary's Ryken with 3. So it should be a good game. We hope to continue this streak, but we'll see, you never know. It's been about 4 years since we played them, so that's a whole turnover of girls.
The Knights are coming to us from Leonardtown, coached by Tara Everly and Jonathan Lombardo. They've got a good team this year, and we're excited to see what they can bring.
Yep, looks like St. Mary's Ryken is out on the field ready to play. Looks like they're playing four forwards, 2 midfield, 4 back. That's an interesting setup. I think the Admirals play 5 midfield, so 5 midfield, 2 back, 4 forward. So that's an interesting contrast to their 2 midfields against Severn's 5. All right, Admirals are taking the field. And it looks like it's Admiral's ball. Yep. And to start with the ball is Morgan Ryan.
Morgan Ryan so far has 3 goals this season, making 2 of them against their game on Annapolis.
All right, ball goes to Jess Wilson on the right. Deflection from St. Mary's Ryken, Severn ball. All right, Morgan Ryan. Oh, Jess Wilson taking the ball in. It'll be interesting to see. She has a lot of help behind her, but she's talented. I think she'd get through them. All right, ball goes back to Grace Frankel and back again to Linnea, who's playing center back for Severn. She's also a great defender. And she passes to Ellie Davis on the left. Ball goes up to Skylar Kagan. Great pass from Skylar. Unfortunately, Severn couldn't catch that ball, but it'll be St. Mary's Ryken going the other way. All right, great defense by Severn. Looks like Allie Straub got the ball off St. Mary's Ryken's insert from the side. Passes to Jess Wilson, who dodges St. Mary's Ryken player. Great dodge. And St. Mary's Ryken gets the ball from that pass from Severn. Morgan Ryan takes the ball back, heading into the circle quickly. She's got great skill. Tries to lift, but St. Mary's Ryken deflects the ball. Great defense by them. All right, St. Mary's Ryken taking the ball out on the left. And looks like out of bounds. It looked like it was St. Mary's who hit it out. Yep. So, deflection from Severn. St. Mary's Ryken ball. Severn's got a good setup on the insert. Got 4 defenders surrounding their 1 player. So that was a great strategy, and Severn came up with the ball. Great D by Morgan.
Amazing stop by Morgan Ryan. Admiral's taking it back in.
All right, looks like Jess taking the ball in again. And you got Vivian Miller open, but she looks for the end line for Sadie, who unfortunately could not catch that ball, but it was a great thought. Now it's St. Mary's Ryken ball coming out.
Sadie's one of 6 sophomores playing for the Admirals this season. We've got a lineup of 6 sophomores, 6 juniors, and 10 seniors. And the talent is just in all grades. I mean, they've got some great players coming up on the rise and some freshmen from this year that I'm sure next year will make an impact on the varsity team as sophomores.
Yeah, I mean, it's always great to have freshmen on a team, but I think not having them is also great. It kind of gives them some time. They have chemistry from the previous year, so the girls really know each other, know their style of playing. Wow! Shot on goal by Morgan Ryan, goes in.
Assist from Captain Skylar Kagan. She reverse chipped that into the goal. That's difficult to do. And Morgan Ryan really just angled that in there. That was a fantastic goal.
All right, Morgan Ryan's 4th goal of the season. She is really playing awesome and a huge, huge player for Severn.
I believe we're 3 minutes into the into the first quarter. My bad. Admirals are up 1-0.
Yep, St. Mary's ball, number 11, is taking the ball for them. Goes for the drive forward. That's a little bit rare in field hockey. Usually pass it back, but if you get it far enough, it could really help you. All right, looks like hit a Severn foot, St. Mary's Ryken ball. Allie Straub gets the ball back for Severn. And foul on St. Mary's Ryken, Severn ball. Allie Straub's ball. All right, Linnea taking it out again. Nice flat pass to Skylar Kagan. See if she can dodge this defender. All right, Morgan Ryan gets the ball. St. Mary's Ryken gets it back. Coming up the right side of the field.
Stopped by Skylar Kagan.
Ball coming into the circle. Let's see if Severn can get another goal in this quarter. All right, looks like ball coming out. St. Mary's Ryken ball. Out of bounds on Severn. But they really got it into the circle there, and that's what you want, so I think that was a great play, just didn't fully execute. Stop by Vivian Miller. And hit the St. Mary's Ryken foot. Severn ball coming in. Looks like a long hit. Passes to Skylar Kagan. All right, back to Vivian Miller. Ball's coming into the circle. But great defense by St. Mary's Ryken. They got the ball coming out. Looks like they're running up the right side of the field. But stopped by Skylar Kagan. That was great defense. And the ball back to Vivian Miller. All right, St. Mary's Ryken ball. Good defense by Vivian Miller. Just couldn't stop it. Great hit by St. Mary's Ryken. But Linnea Alstead retrieved the St. Mary's Ryken hit, and the ball is now coming quickly to Severn's goal. So to Sadie Elion in the circle. Great pass inside. Very close. But unfortunately went out of bounds, and St. Mary's Ryken ball coming out. All right, so Severn has their defense. 2 girls, looks like Erin Hooper and Sadie Elion playing great defense right in front. And Severn stops the ball, Skylar Kagan. Great stop, and looks like she's taking it down the baseline and probably, right into the circle to Vivian. Great look by Skylar. Unfortunately, it was hit out of bounds by Sadie Elion, but also great effort from Sadie. She looks like she wanted to deflect it, I think.
She's been all over the field today. I mean, left and right. She's everywhere.
Yeah, Sadie is a sophomore, so she's definitely still learning, but she's a great player, and her sister are both super skilled in field hockey. They've been playing for a while.
The Elions have been getting a lot of action on the field recently. Both of them getting a lot of time in their games, especially for being sophomores. It's impressive.
All right, ball to Aaron Hooper in the circle. Oh, great defense by St. Mary's Ryken. And Aaron gets the ball back with a little pop dodge. And right into the middle, stopped by St. Mary's Ryken defense. And Jess Wilson gets the ball back. Right back into the circle with a safety move to Sadie Elion with a lift right into the circle. Great defense by St. Mary's Ryken. Their long hit coming in for Severn. So it goes out of bounds on St. Mary's. A great defense. All right, looks like it was the ball was too high, so St. Mary's Ryken ball. But Severn gets it back. Vivian Miller coming up fast into the circle. Pass to Sadie Elion, and out of bounds by St. Mary's Ryken. Severn ball coming in again. Let's see if they change up what they just did, or maybe stay the same. Yeah, looks like they're going back, which is great strategy to kind of clear the field, open up some space. So ball to Grace Frankel, who passes to Jess Wilson on the right. Great lift into the middle to Aaron Hooper. Great shot by Aaron Hooper. Misses the goal by just a little bit to the right. St. Mary's ball coming out.
Aaron Hooper's coming into this game with 3 goals, making 2 of them this weekend, one against Leonardtown, and one against Annapolis. And she's looking to make another. She's a strong player. She's a senior captain. And you can really tell she just knows the game.
All right, ball to Jess Wilson. Back into the middle to Aaron Hooper. Good pass to the middle. St. Mary's Ryken ball coming out. Great defense by them. Nice reverse chip by St. Mary's Ryken. And Severn gets the ball back. Passes back to Linnea Alstead, who transfers the ball to the left to Ellie Davis. And Ellie Davis with a 1-hit to Skylar Kagan, and then to Vivian Miller. All right, Sadie Elion with the ball in the circle. Well, it looks like she dropped her stick. St. Mary's ball hit out, but stopped by Vivian Miller. And back to Tori Miller. And then back again to Skylar Kagan, who's in the circle. Great dodge. Looks like it hit the St. Mary's Ryken foot, but I guess not. St. Mary's Ryken ball coming out. All right, back to Skylar Kagan. Let's see if they can get it in the circle, hopefully get a shot. Great dodge by Sadie Elion. Looks like it went out of bounds, but that was a great dodge.
Just over five minutes remaining in the first quarter, and the Severn Admirals are up 1-0, and I've really just have had it on the offensive side the entire time, in the circle for the majority. I mean, it's an interesting game to watch for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Severn's got to be pretty happy with, how they've been doing this quarter. They already got a shot in, which is great. Their coaches got to be happy, Coach Giovanni Gordon and Coach Hannah Tompkins. All right, shot saved by St. Mary's Ryken. Ball out. Pass the ball out. And out of bounds on St. Mary's Ryken. Severn ball coming in. Very close to the circle. Ball goes to Vivian Miller. And passes to Aaron Hooper, who unfortunately couldn't catch that ball, but it was a great play. Just didn't execute for Severn. All right, ball coming out for St. Mary's Ryken on the left. And same setup by Severn defense with Aaron Hooper first in the defense against them. All right, and Linnea also gets the ball with a great pass out of bounds on St. Mary's Ryken. Severn ball.
The Knights are coming into this with only 1 game under their belt this season, but their defense is strong for a team that's only gone up against Patuxent. they've really got a good dynamic on their defense. I mean, with the amount of time the Admirals have spent on the offensive end, on their offensive end, the Knights have been pretty successful in keeping them out of the cage.
Yeah, I think one goal for Severn being in their circle most of the game is not bad, and I think their defense is doing a great job. All right, looks like ball out of bounds on Severn. St. Mary's Ryken ball.
Severn is subbing out Paige Weinberg and bringing it back in Morgan Ryan.
All right, St. Mary's coming up with the ball. Great lift, but stopped by Ellie Davis. And St. Mary's gets the ball back, but Morgan Ryan's playing great defense. Passes to Jess Wilson, and back down the field to Morgan Ryan, but looks like St. Mary's Ryken foot. So Severn ball coming up the right again. Great lift into the center. Unfortunately stopped by St. Mary's Ryken. All right, great dodge by Jess Wilson. Coming into the circle from the right side. Looks like a double team from St. Mary's Ryken. Great defense. Jess Wilson has great stick skills, great technique. So
I mean, you can tell with all the Admirals that stick work is really something they focus on. I mean, players like Jess Wilson and Skylar Kagan really just have their dodges down to a T, and I would not want to be a defender going against them right now.
Yeah, in field hockey, you really kind of only need one or two dodges, that you know really well, and I think
the
Coach
majority.
Gio has done a really great job of kind of drilling those dodges to figure out what each girl likes, and it's really clear that their dodges are super crisp and they're getting around defenders, even double teams, just like Jess Wilson just did. All right, St. Mary's Ryken ball coming up the right side of the field, just past two Severn defenders, but Linnea Alstead stops the ball. Unfortunately, out on Linnea. St. Mary's Ryken. Oh no, Severn ball. My mistake. Linnea Alstead coming up the left. Passes to Lily Hughes. Is that Lily? Lily Hughes is also a senior. She's a great leader for Severn, and I think
she's a high energy player. I mean, when she's on the field, the team just seems a little bit brighter. I mean, she's someone that the team is super, super lucky to have. She's quick. She's got great stick work. She's truly just an all-around player.
Yep, great teammate. I know she really loves field hockey because she likes to take her anger out on the ball. And she also does play lacrosse, which I think is more of her sport maybe, but I know she definitely loves field hockey and thinks of it as like more of an enjoyment rather than
a hobby, less than a focus.
A hobby for her, definitely. Less of a serious. I think lacrosse is super serious, especially Maryland.
Yes.
All right, ball to Allie Straub with a great flat hit to the circle. Unfortunately, no Severn forwards are there to catch the ball. I think Severn's got to get back a little bit because that was a great hit by Allie Straub. But Severn was not there to receive the ball.
It's a good pop from St. Mary's Ryken. I believe that's number 1.
Oh, we got 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Severn in the circle.
Time's flying. Shot.
Great try.
Shot from Erin Hooper. Few feet wide. And the clock is ticking.
And that is first quarter over. Score: Severn has 1 goal and St. Mary's Ryken has 0. Still got 3 quarters left. Both teams are playing great. St. Mary's Ryken is playing great defense against Severn's great offense, which is hard. I mean, they've got really, really great dodges, great hits to the middle, and the ball has been in their center a lot more than St. Mary's Ryken has been in near Severn's goal.
I mean, definitely. Severn so far got 7 shots on goal, 5 of which St. Mary's Ryken has made the save, only 1 of which ended up in a goal for the Admirals. Right now, we've ending the first quarter 1-0 with just really great movement from the Admirals. Right now, otherwise at 7 right now at the Barbers Family Stadium, we've got our boys varsity soccer team got to practice, girls varsity soccer practice as well, and a girls JV soccer game. I mean, it's all just great to watch.
Yeah, looks like the score of the Severn girls JV game is 0-0 right now. They got 16 minutes left in the first half. We hope they come out with a win. But right now, looks like Severn's captains just had a quick meeting with the referees. I wonder what that was about. Maybe a problem with, I don't know, maybe there was a problem of some kind. Not sure.
I know we got Casey Hopkins, I believe, keeping the book. Maybe she'll let us know later what exactly was happening. But am I mistaken, or the last game were the refs in blue?
I think usually lacrosse refs wear pink, and I think you're right. I think the refs were in blue last time. But I don't know. Alright, looks like teams are about to take the field. Severn's got to be thinking they just got to get more shots in the goal. They've had the ball on their side of the field the majority of the first half, or the first quarter. So they've just got to be thinking about scoring right now.
I mean, Coach Gio's got to be pleased. Both coaches, really. Coach Gio's got to be pleased with the Admirals keeping it in the circle, getting some shots off. But, I mean, on the contrary, the St. Mary's Ryken coach has got to be pleased with the amount of times those girls have the defense has just come up as a brick wall and really kept any of the Admirals from scoring. I mean, we do have one goal, but St. Mary's Ryken's really just, they're a good match. I mean, their defense is really doing all they can.
Definitely, and I think Coach Gio does have very high expectations for this team. It is his first season at Severn, and he is expecting a lot out of this group, I know, for sure. So he's got to be happy with the first quarter, but he's got to be expecting some more goals, I think, because they've had a lot of opportunities. I think eight shots in total.
I believe that's accurate.
And St. Mary's Ryken ball to the middle, out of bounds on St. Mary's Ryken, Severn ball coming out. It's kind of the first we've seen with the ball on St. Mary's Ryken side of the field, but maybe we'll get to see them in Severn's circle right now. Ball coming out with Linnea Alstead. All right, St. Mary's ball coming back in quickly into the circle. Looks like it hit Severn's foot.
It's going to be the first corner of the game for St. Mary's Ryken. I mean, Emma Ripley, goalie Emma Ripley's got to be kind of happy. I mean, she's had no action this game. She's a talented goalie. She probably wants to make a save or two.
I think corners are one of the best ways to score in a field hockey game. You know, you've got as many offensive players as you want and only 4 defenders. So it's really your best way to capitalize on that. Looks like inserting for St. Mary's Ryken number 4. Yes, number 4. And right to number 19 with a strong hit that misses the cage.
That was like 2 feet wide. I mean, if that was 2 feet to the right, that would have gone in. I mean, that was a fantastic hit.
That was a great hit, and no Severn defender stopped that. That was a powerful drive from St. Mary's Ryken. And ball coming out with Linnea Alstead.
Taking it wide to sophomore Grace Frankel.
Ball passes about 3 players. Great lifted hit from Grace. She really knows how to get it up the field. And now Sadie Ellion's taking it down the baseline into the circle. Looks like she's being double teamed as well. Let's see if she can.
Nice.
Yep, great job by Sadie. Looks like it hit St. Mary's Ryken foot, and now Allie Straub is hitting the ball coming in. Got to take it 5 yards. Look, she's doing that, taking it up the baseline. Back to Sadie Ellion with a lifted. Wow, that
second
was a
save
save
from the St. Mary's Ryken goalie.
Goal by Morgan Ryan again. Wow, great goal by Morgan. Looks like she got that rebound off the goalie's foot and just hit that in. That was a great shot.
I mean, that is the 5th goal for Morgan Ryan this season in 6 games. That's an impressive statistic. I mean, she's a good player, and the Admirals are really lucky to have her.
All right, St. Mary's Ryken ball. And they hit it back this time instead of hitting it forward. I think that's the safer option here, and I think that's what you want to go safer in this situation. All right, ball out of bounds by St. Mary's Ryken. Severn ball coming out on the left side of the field.
We've got all the Dominics here to watch. We've got both Coach Dominic, Mr. Dominic, and Colin Dominic. I mean, what a turnout.
Yeah, I know they love supporting Severn athletics, and they love the games.
It's true. Coach Dominic used to, Mrs. Dominic used to coach middle school field hockey. I don't know that she still does, but she is the high school swim coach as well. Just girl swim coach. Just a little side note there.
Yep, Linnea Alstead with the ball. Great lifted pass to Severn. Allie Straub to Skylar Kagan with a strong pass to Sadie Allion. Let's see if she can dodge this defender. Great pop dodge right past St. Mary's Ryken's player, straight to the circle, straight to cage. And great save by the St. Mary's Ryken goalie. Severn could not catch that rebound this time. St. Mary's ball coming out. And out of bounds on St. Mary's. Severn ball coming back in. Skylar Kagan hitting the ball. All right, Ali Straub taking it in. And ball goes to Josie Elion and then to Grace Frankel with a nice smooth hit to Avery Poindexter.
Avery Poindexter is also a senior on the team. And she, like Lily Hughes, I mean, just a super speedy player. Both, I believe, are forwards or mid. You know, I'm not super tight on the lingo, but I think that's what they've got going on. But just great players all around.
All right, Skylar Kagan with the ball. Let's see if she can dodge this player. Nice dodge to the left from Skylar. Back to Sadie on the baseline.
Yeah, Skylar plays the side really well. You'll notice that she never really takes the ball down the middle. She knows that that's a big risk, and she just dominates the left side.
Yep, ever since I've known Skylar and played with her, she's always been on the left side. She's just really technically strong on that side, and I think she's the best one for it. Playing the left side is super hard,
but
especially because the sticks don't really allow you to go on your left. Like right-handed sticks, you got to use your reverse hand and be really creative with the ball, which Skylar is great at.
I mean, yeah, she just executes her dodges extremely well, knows when to use each one. All-around player, I would say.
Definitely. Skylar Kagan with the ball coming in to Morgan Ryan. Looks like a push. Yeah, Morgan Ryan and her defender with contact. I'm not sure which. All right, Severn ball, yeah, so push on St. Mary's Ryken. All right, Skylar coming down.
Save for the St. Mary's
pop.
Ryken.
Wow, goal by Severn. Looks like
was that?
Sadie Elion. Goal.
Sadie Elion's first goal of the season.
With a nice pop into the cage.
Possibly, I believe her first goal on varsity. I believe that's accurate.
Wait a second. I think Allie Straub has the ball. No. Huh.
Well, but so right now Severn's 3-0. Morgan Ryan with 2 goals. Sadie Elion with 1. I believe we're certain that was Sadie Elion who made that last goal.
Yeah, it was definitely. I'm pretty sure it was Sadie because Sadie was coming down the baseline, and popped it in from the side. It was just a little unclear. Usually the person who scored brings the ball back to the center. I think she just didn't. Maybe that's why we were.
This means Morgan Ryan has had 4 goals in the past 2 games, which is 4 goals in the past 3 days. I mean, that's hard to do, especially against good teams like this.
Yeah, and definitely Annapolis High School, great field hockey team. I'm pretty sure they're super competitive as well, so scoring against them is definitely difficult, and Morgan Ryan is just a great player. I think she's got to be, continuing this through the year. She's super helpful to the Admirals.
I mean, yeah, bright future in her season for sure.
All right, Severn gets the ball back to Linnea Alstead, and then up to Grace Frankel on the right side of the field with a nice lifted pass. That was a great pass to Avery Poindexter. Unfortunately, the ball went out of bounds, but good look from Grace Frankel. St. Mary's Ryken ball coming in.
Ooh.
With a drive.
Right into Avery Poindexter's stick.
All right. Nice little kick by Emma Ripley. You know, that's always nice in the back line when you miss a ball. You know, you got that backup, and Emma Ripley was ready for that ball.
Say with a strong goalie like Emma Ripley, you know she's there. She's had 2 shutouts so far this season. I mean, she's a great goalie. She's a committed lacrosse player. But you wouldn't know that looking at her field hockey. You'd think she was continuing on with this. Emma Ripley.
All right, looks like a lift into the circle from Skylar Kagan. Ball to Sadie Elion.
She's
looks
going
like
again.
Only one defender to beat.
Oh
Goal
my goodness.
By Avery Poindexter. Wow, that was a great assist by Sadie and really great job getting it into the middle.
Avery Poindexter's first goal of the season. A senior. I mean, Admirals are up with a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, that's
Coach Gio's got to be super pleased. Whatever they talked about after that first quarter is they're clearly executing it.
For sure. That's 3 goals in about 7.5 minutes. That's amazing for field hockey.
If they can keep this up, this might be the highest scoring field hockey game I've ever seen.
For sure. I think 3 goals in an entire game is really a big deal. So in 7.5 minutes, that's really, really great.
It's like Sadie Ellion's going for another one.
All right, ball to
Aaron
Hooper
Hooper wants to try.
Stopped by the St. Mary's Ryken defense. Corner for Severn. I'm not sure what happened there.
First corner for Severn.
Foot, but I don't think I saw a foot. Looks like inserting is Josie Elion, number 9, and they're inserting from the left. So
this past game, they only had Ellie Davis inserting, so it's interesting to see got a sophomore taking it, but she's good. No concerns here.
Yeah, inserting is actually like a super hard job, even though it may not look like it. The ball's got to be just right, perfectly smooth, flat.
I mean, the way these girls do it, they just make it look easy. And
goal
that
by
is
Severn.
Goal for the Admirals.
Way to take advantage of that corner opportunity. That goal was by
Vivian Miller, I believe.
Tori Miller.
Tori Miller, my mistake. That's Tori Miller's second goal of the season.
Yeah, that was a great hit in. Looks like these lifted shots are really helping Severn. I think those are super hard to not only defend, but also to save by a goalie.
This is bringing Severn up to the 5-0 lead. I mean, this really is a high-scoring game. This is fun to watch.
Yep, St. Mary's Ryken has the ball in the back with a reverse chip. Great reverse chip. Stopped by Jess Wilson. Lifted pass to, looks like, Paige Weinberg. And St. Mary's ball. Not sure what happened there. I missed it. All right,
Severn's coming off a 3-0 win against Annapolis, and I think they're just trying to keep that streak. I mean, they're going for the shutout and going for as many goals as possible.
Yeah, at this rate that they're going, this game could have a really great outcome. But, you know, you can't really keep up that scoring all game. It's really hard to keep up that pace. But Severn's definitely playing great and taking advantage of all their opportunities. Looks like it's St. Mary's ball coming down the left side of the field. Defense setting up kind of a wall with Jess, Tori, and Aaron. And the ball is back to Lene Alstead, center back. Great pass to, it looks like a risky pass, but good pass. Severn ball. Looks like Sydney Owens received that ball and passes it to Tori Miller. All right, ball to Jess Wilson, who passes to Caroline DePaula and then Aaron Hooper. Aaron Hooper coming up the baseline. Great force entry.
Out on the Admirals. St. Mary's Ryken's taking it out.
Yeah, great persistence by Aaron Hooper there. It's really hard to get into the circle, go up the baseline, but she did a great job with that. Severn ball coming in. Looks like
my mistake
ball
there.
Goes to, all right, St. Mary's Ryken gets the ball coming out.
Take it up the right side.
All right, out of bounds on St. Mary's Ryken. Looks like they're going for a lot of drives, which some have worked, some have not. I wonder, you know, if they are going to change that a little bit. Their first insert was a drive that wasn't super successful, so it's interesting if they continue that pattern of drives. All right, looks like it's
Severn's
Severn
second
corner. Interesting. St. Mary's Ryken is not playing with face masks
Seems dangerous.
on the corner, which is a little bit rare, especially today. I think goggles were just recently, in the past few years, taken out of the rule book, which is an interesting choice. I think field hockey's dangerous. The ball's fine in the air. It's definitely scary.
Especially with the Admirals have got some good hitters, some strong hitters. But if one ball goes a little too high up, it's a dangerous.
For sure. All right, saved by the St. Mary's Ryken goalie. Good try by Severn on that corner. Looks like they tried a similar strategy to their last corner where they scored. But I think the ball just didn't go through the defenders as smoothly. So great adjustment by St. Mary's Ryken. And out of bounds on Severn.
It's going into the boys' varsity soccer practice, but they're just getting it back. They want this game to keep going just as much as we do.
All right, looks like the same defense on those transfers. Aaron Hooper, Tori Miller, and Jess Wilson all kind of making a wall.
It's a good stop from Caroline DePaula, hitting it back to the defense. There she is again.
Yep,
Caroline DePaula had a torn ACL last season and was out for a while, but you wouldn't know. I mean, she's just a great athlete, super in shape, very talented. You would never know she had to take a season off.
Yeah, we're super happy she's back. She's definitely a great asset to Severn, not only as a player but as a teammate. She's a great teammate, and we're just super happy to have her back after not having her for a while. She missed lacrosse season as well.
And swim. She's a tri-sport athlete, lacrosse, swim, and field hockey. And you can tell, I mean, she's just pure. She's got some pure athleticism.
Yeah, ball goes to Sydney Owens on the right. Great defense by St. Mary's Ryken, but ball goes back to Linnea Alstead, who goes straight up the middle to Vivian Miller. That is sometimes risky, but when you have skill like Linnea and Vivian, you gotta, it's really easy to trust that Vivian's gonna catch that ball. She's super talented. And the ball's to Jess Wilson on the right.
Junior Paige Weinberg getting some action there as well. Also one of 6, as I mentioned earlier, one of 6 juniors on the team.
Yeah, I think the junior class, the juniors that are on this team are a little combination of some were on varsity last year, some were on JV, but I think it's really hard to tell. They're all really adjusting well and playing great, so.
Yeah.
All right, Linnea Alstead again has the ball, center back. This time passes it to Jess. Great pass. You got Tori Miller wide open in front. Great pass. Looks like out on Severn. St. Mary's Ryken ball coming up the left side of the field. And deflection off the St. Mary's Ryken stick, so it's going to be Severn ball.
Less than 1 minute left in this quarter, in the second quarter, which means less than 1 minute left in the second half. Severn is taking it in.
Yep, Sydney Owens taking it in. She's got some help behind her, but let's see what she does. Yep, back to Vivian Miller. That's always a safe bet. Vivian has awesome stick skills, and she passes to Ellie Davis with a nice one-touch straight to, looks like, is that McKenna Miller?
I believe that is sophomore McKenna Miller,
yeah.
Yes. You can tell, she's pretty tall.
All right, looks like foul. Foul on...
Just about 10 seconds left in the second in the first half.
Wow, great last attempt of a shot in the half by Vivian Miller. Missed the cage by
just a few
to
feet
the right, but great effort. And Severn is doing great. The score is 5-0. They got to be coming off the field super happy with where they are right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're pulling in players we haven't seen much. They're confident, and they're just excited, I think. I think they're excited to be here, excited to be winning. So right now, we've got Severn with a 5-0 lead and 17 shots, with St. Mary's Ryken only taking 1. However, St. Mary's Ryken does have an impressive 11 saves, and Severn's got 2 corners, whereas St. Mary's Ryken has only had 1, but there has been no goals made off of these corners.
All right, guys, we will be right back for the second half, so we will see you then. All right, welcome back, everyone. About to start the second half of the girls' varsity field hockey game against the St. Mary's Ryken Knights. The score is 5-0. Severn is winning by a ton for field hockey, so we are definitely excited to see how they react to this this really big lead.
I'm thinking they're going to put some of their underclassmen players in the field. They've got 10 10 seniors, 6 juniors, 6 sophomores, and so far they've been giving some players some time that we haven't seen the field much so far this season, and I think they're going to continue on that pace.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome to see some of our underclassmen or maybe players who get a little less playing time out on the field in a game like this where the stakes aren't super high. It's not a conference game and we're winning by a ton. I think it's also a great opportunity to give Grace Gunther, the second string goalie, a chance. It looks like
she's
Grace
going
Gunther
in, yeah.
is in. That's a great move by the coaches. I think Emma Ripley is a great player, and I think they want to rest her up for the St. Mary's game on Wednesday, plus give Grace Gunther a little bit more of a chance. I think she hasn't played yet this season, but
I believe that's accurate, but she's
Emma's
a strong
senior.
sophomore goalie.
She's graduating this year. Grace is gonna be the main goalie next year and the year after that. So I think it's a really smart move to have Grace in the goal right now.
I feel it's a technical call on St. Mary's Ryken.
Yeah, it looks like St. Mary's Ryken ball. And they pass back to number 5, who's pretty alone. Looks like St. Mary's Ryken's moving to a 4-back. Or not moving. They've been in a 4-back, but their midi looks like she's pressing up a little bit to maybe get that advantage on the offensive side.
I mean, there's Skylar Kagan doing her thing again.
Yep. Looks like St. Mary's Ryken ball. Maybe that was an out-of-bounds call, but Skylar
I believe,
Kagan,
yes. That was
great
out-of-bounds.
dodge.
Good stop.
Ball coming back in, and ball to Sadie Elion on the left side. Like
Quick
we talked
lift.
about, the left side's super hard to play on, especially when you're coming up the side.
But they do it. I mean, the Admirals do it well. It's clearly
I think
something they practice.
They do a great job of placing the right players there. But ball coming out for St. Mary's Ryken. Ball taken by Vivian Miller, and then back to number 9, which is Josie Elion. And up again to the right side. That was a great transfer, like switching fields. I think that's always a good idea in field hockey to clear some space and open up, the other side of the field for the offense. St. Mary's ball coming out.
I'm coming off a rough calc quiz, and I'm just elated to be here. It's bringing my spirits up to see the Admirals in such a lead.
Yep, it is a great day. It's super nice. A lot better than our last game, which
No
it was
rain
raining.
this time.
Yeah, it's
A little
super nice day,
humid.
shaded over. It's the best playing conditions, I think.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
All right, Severn ball. Looks like, is that Lily? Lily Hughes, number 4, passes to Paige Weinberg on the right. Back to Lily in the middle, who passes.
They're fighting for that ball.
All right, foul St. Mary's, Lily Hughes' ball. Great lift to the middle to Sadie.
Good look.
The defense is really swarming our offense. They're doing a great job of, double team, triple team. I think it's really paying off for them. But it's a corner for Severn.
Severn's 3rd corner of the game.
Yep. Oh, St. Mary's Ryken has switched to using protective face gear, which is super smart. Probably switched after seeing our great shots so far. A lot of our goals have been lifted, especially on corners when you're really just trying to get like a one hit to goal when it's super hard. So that's a good move by them. Inserting is Josie Elion.
To
Ball
Allie
goes to
Strahl.
Allie. Yep, great
Good hit from
lifted
Allie
drive
Straub.
again. That would really not be good to be hit by that ball. So good move by St. Mary's Ryken for switching to goggles or face masks because their ball coming out in the middle. All right,
Good aerial.
by St. Mary's Ryken, stopped by Skylar Kagan.
Those are hard to execute, but I mean, that was well done.
Yeah, definitely one of the harder skills in field hockey, but when done right, it can be super helpful. Get over a ton of defenders and just give you a really big advantage. All right, ball goes back to Severn. Looks like Grace. Is that Grace Frankel?
Yes, that was Grace Frankel.
Yep, and then Ellie Davis on the left. Looks like Severn is keeping their starting defense, which is an interesting move. I think the defense hasn't gotten a ton of action, so I totally understand why they would see really no benefit in changing because the players aren't really getting much many reps on ball and like aren't getting a ton of play. And they're definitely trying to protect their new goalie, Grace Gunther, with that strong defense. But I mean, I definitely hope to see more subs come in on the defense because the starting defense is super strong. I would be interested to see how other players kind of compare to that.
I believe we saw in Abigail Tapala quickly this game. And I believe she's a defender. I'd like to see her out again. I mean, she's certainly talented. It'd be fun to watch her and her sister, Caroline, on this field together.
Yeah, it looks like Sadie Elion coming fast to the middle on the baseline, but stopped by St. Mary's Ryken. And
refs are letting them play.
Yeah, great chip by St. Mary's Ryken. Saved the ball. Ellie Davis has the ball. Looks like Severn foot. Yep, hit Ellie Davis's foot. St. Mary's Ryken ball. All right, coming up the right side quickly. Good defense by Ellie. She's really containing her to the right side of the field. In that corner now, it's a little bit of a trap. And Skylar Kagan is coming to help, which is always a great move. And out of bounds on St. Mary's Ryken. Severn ball coming out.
I want to see Linnea's really does a good aerial. I'd like to see her do that at some point this season. Tough out on Skylar Kagan on the foot, like basically kicking that out of bounds, but
no, that's
it can be excused.
Those balls are super hard to catch, especially when they're lifted. So, I think that was a good effort to save the ball. Severn ball coming out. Allie Straub going fast, strong hit to Sadie Elion with a lifted dodge, great dodge.
She's going to goal.
Almost passes the St. Mary's Ryken defender. She's running so fast. And the ball goes back to Allie Straub. Another great dodge. She's wide open with a really strong drive to Erin Hooper. Severn ball, long hit in. Got to take it 5. Allie Straub passes to Skylar Kagan. And Skylar Kagan lifts it to Sadie Elion on the left. Again, super hard to play, but Severn's scored a lot on the left. Corner for Severn.
Severn's 4th corner of the game. So far, they've been made no goals off their corners. It's a difficult thing to do, but it is a good opportunity to score. My bad. They've made 1 goal off of a corner. My apologies.
Yep. Yeah, that was also a lifted goal when they scored. So, again, smart to wear those face masks. I can't stress that enough. And inserting is Ellie Davis. We haven't seen her this game yet, but all last game she was their inserter. And another lift shot to goal by Sadie. Another lift by Erin Hooper, saved by the St. Mary's Ryken goalie.
2 consecutive saves, difficult saves. I mean, those were both flicks into goal, which have been our most successful tactics so far. So they're catching on. They see what's coming.
Yeah, I think it's a great strategy for Severn, but St. Mary's Ryken's catching on, like Polly said. But, you know, they're super hard to defend and a lot of the times unpredictable.
Skylar Kagan clearly unhappy right there.
St. Mary's Ryken ball coming in, number 5, hitting it from the right side. And Severn once again setting up that wall of defense with about 5 players in front of the girl with the ball.
Jess Wilson again up the middle.
Yeah, great defense by Jess. She's super fast and has super great skill. She's coming up the right side. So she's going to, passes it to the middle to Erin Hooper, but stopped by the St. Mary's Ryken defender with a lift. Another lift to the left side, but stopped again by Grace Frankel. All right, Severn is keeping it somewhat on their side of the field, but St. Mary's Ryken really isn't letting the ball in very much. But it is a corner for Severn now, so
I believe Ellie Davis is going to be taking this one in again, taking the hit. I mean, like we mentioned, she took every single hit in their last home games. This is no big surprise. She has a clean hit. She's a very reliable player.
Yeah, super
Admirals.
important on corners. And Severn, again, with this this little figuration of players, looks like they have a cluster of 5 girls centered on the corner to stop the ball, but out of bounds on Severn. St. Mary's Ryken ball coming out.
Just about 6 minutes left in the third quarter. The Admirals are up with a 5-0 lead. No goals made so far this quarter, or this half, I should say.
Yeah, it looks like a really interesting shift of pace a little bit. Not necessarily negative. I think Severn is doing a great job still keeping the ball within their circle, like in their 25 yards from their goal. But it is also interesting to see, you know, the change, especially with the subs. I think it's not uncommon, you know, for them to be scoring a little bit less. Maybe they're even trying to work on some new things. It's a great opportunity to, you know, try out different things when you have a lead like this.
Oh, soccer ball into the field hockey field. Ref knows what he's doing, though. Kicking
Great kick by the ref.
Oh.
It comes back into the field hockey field, though. Not sure what he was
Oh, he's
thinking
going to get
there.
it.
It's really right in the center of play. All right, Alex Straub with the ball in the middle.
Nice. Jess Wilson with a good kick of that soccer ball out. Nothing to disrupt the Admirals game right now.
All right, looks like corner for Severn.
Severn's sixth corner this game.
Sixth. Corners are a great way to score, but super hard to score on too. And St. Mary's Ryken has been doing a great job stopping them with 6 corners and only 1 goal with a corner. That's really great.
They've got Abigail DePaula taking this one, and I've not seen her take a corner yet so far this season. Which is not to say that she hasn't, but I have not seen it. But she's a good player. I'm sure she knows what she's doing. She'll get it to him nice and well.
Looks like some sort of foul. I think an early start for the St. Mary's Ryken. Yep, now they have 1 less defender. This is the perfect opportunity for Severn to capitalize on this. Only 3 defenders in the goalie. They've really, really got a score on here on this corner. Yep, hits. Oh no, St. Mary's Ryken ball coming out. My bad, I thought it hit their foot for a second there. All right, ball coming out on the right with a strong drive, stopped by Sydney Owens, and then who passes back to Linnea Alstead. Coming back up the same side it came from, definitely risky, but Linnea again has those really good skills that she can maneuver around people super easily. And
A little bit more energy has come to the Barber Family Stadium right now as the varsity football team joins us on Turf 1. But the field hockey team will not be distracted. I mean, they're in it to win it today.
That's a good point. Our football team just came off their 3rd win of the season. They're doing great.
Against the Seed School, I believe.
Yes. All right, St. Mary's Ryken ball coming in fast to the circle.
Grace Gunther's there.
Defense got back quickly, but
corner for St. Mary's Ryken. Makes their 2nd corner of the game. And the Admirals, I think, are going to really try and protect Grace Gunther here as she takes the field for the first time this season.
Yeah, and honestly, great opportunity for Grace, too, to get some reps on goal, especially in a game setting against a good team. I mean, St. Mary's Ryken, we have had 1 corner from them this time, so I'm excited to see their strategy on the corners because I know Severn has a little bit of a unique strategy on those corners. All right, drive-in stopped by Grace Frankel. Great job by Grace. Those balls are super hard to stop, but she did a great job on that corner. All right, looks like Lily Hughes got the ball out, but St. Mary's Ryken coming back in.
I believe it's McKenna Miller on the field again.
Oh. All right, ball in the circle again, very close to St. Mary's Ryken goal, but ball coming back in.
Nice,
All right,
Abigail DePaula hitting it out
Abigail DePaula, great hit.
to Sadie Elion. Ooh, almost losing their stick there.
All right, St. Mary's Ryken coming back up the center, stopped by Severn defense. Great double team with Ali Straub, who now has the ball. Also coming up the middle, which, I don't know. Coming out the middle is risky in field hockey. It's usually the side that has the most opportunities, but when done right, it can really work.
There's just over a minute left in the third quarter, and I think the Admirals are really just trying to get it back in the circle again, get one goal to mark off the third quarter with.
Yeah, I mean, Severn has had no goals this quarter, but has been playing really well, so.
And St. Mary's Ryken has certainly adjusted. They know what they're going against. They know what to expect. So this is no big surprise.
All right, looks like is that Skylar Kagan? No,
That
that's
is not
Grace.
Skylar. 19. That's number 19, McKenna Miller, hitting that back in. Ooh, sun is coming out as we near 5 o'clock.
All right, St. Mary's Ryken ball coming up the left. And Severn once again with the great defense. Erin Hooper gets the ball back, coming quickly up the field. Forward's got to be there to catch her ball, but they've got to get back fast if they want to catch up with Erin, who's running super fast down the middle. Corner for
the
Severn.
Admirals.
Great job, Severn, and great job, Erin Hooper, for starting that play.
So this is the 7th corner for the Admirals, but the clock is going to stop, but they will continue with this play until the ball goes out of the circle. Out of the 16 meter, is that what it? Yes, the 16 meter.
Yeah, so Severn could keep this ball in for as long as it takes, but if once the ball leaves the circle, the quarter will be over. So Josie Elion inserting again with a hit to Jess. Great save by the St. Mary's Ryken goalie. And out of bounds. That is the third quarter. Score is still 5-0 Severn. Oh, another corner. My mistake.
I believe that was a foot in the circle. I believe that's what the call was.
All right, Severn's got to take it out. Yep.
The hit was a little light, but they
And
adjusted.
hits the foot again. Interesting. No call on that.
The refs are just letting them play. All right.
All right, that is the quarter.
Just 15 minutes left in the game. The Admirals are up 5-0, but I think they're looking to try out some new strategies, bringing some new players in, seeing how many kids they can get to score today.
Yeah, for sure. I think they did a great job subbing this past quarter, but they're going to definitely want to keep that up for the rest of the game. I think it's been working, and maybe even subbing the defense. I know you need a strong defense to protect that goalie who Grace Gunther, it is her first time on the field, but it would also be great to see some of the other defensive players that we haven't seen yet this season. This game.
However, Severn has no saves this game, but the St. Mary's Ryken's doing well. They've got 15, while the Admirals have made 22 shots. That's a pretty solid save percentage right there. Where also Severn's had 7 corners so far. St. Mary's Ryken with 2. Severn's only scoring off of 1 of those, which is still an impressive stat. But rounded them out to 5 goals thus far.
Yep, and those following along with the JV girls soccer game, they just scored, making it 2-0 with Severn in the lead with 15 minutes left in their game. All right, the sun is out. It's definitely going to be harder, I think, with the sun. The turf too is partly shaded, but
Partly not
fully.
No.
So they might have to work around that a little bit, especially with all those lifted balls that they've had throughout this game. It's going to be a lot harder to see.
Yes. But I believe the Admirals goalie will not be looking into the sun. I believe they're switching goals. That could be of benefit. If I'm looking at this correctly, I'm not really good with my
Yeah,
north,
Severn
south,
will
east,
be
west.
looking into the sun for the remainder of the game. All right. Fourth quarter is about to start.
The Knights are taking the field, ready to go.
Yep.
Megan, you play field hockey. If you were going into this game losing 5-0, what would be your outlook as an ex-field hockey defender?
I think definitely defense is what you have to focus on. when you're losing by 5. St. Mary's Ryken has been playing super great defense, and their goalie's been playing really well. I think it is really hard against a team like Severn with so many talents. But yeah, just keeping their heads up, and focusing on defense, which they have been. They've been doing great.
Couldn't have said it better, truly.
All right, St. Mary's Ryken ball in the center.
I believe they've got their starting lineup back out again. And that's how it appears, I should say. Although I do see Caroline DePaula out there, happily so.
And Paige Weinberg. Looks like Morgan Ryan
and
is
Skylar.
out, which is, I think, a great move. I mean, Morgan Ryan's a super great player, and they've got to save her energy for the game against St. Mary's on Wednesday, which is going to be a really hard matchup. St. Mary's is only one place lower than Severn, so it should be a really good game. They're right next to each other in the league.
And I mean, not to mention that's Morgan Ryan's previous school, so there's probably some rivalry there. She's probably going to that game pretty hot, wanting to win.
Yeah, same with Erin Hooper. I mean, both of the leading scorers for Severn,
previous Saints.
Yes, went to St. Mary's, so they both got to be super determined next game, wanting the win super badly. And I think it will definitely show next game on Wednesday.
I mean, yeah. But it's been electric today. I mean, these girls are happy to be here. They're excited. They're doing amazing. If they can come off this game 5-0, I mean, that would be just a great way to start off the week.
Yeah, with no goals against, finishing a game, that's a really big deal for any sport. I mean, the defense has proved to be really strong, and same with the goalie. I mean,
and this would make the Admirals' third shutout if they continue as they are. Third shutout of the season. Not an easy thing to accomplish.
All right, great hit into the middle by Jess. Almost a goal, but I think St. Mary's Ryken hit the ball out. Severn ball coming in with a long hit. All right, Jess Wilson taking it in from the 25. Back to Ellie Davis, and then right back to Jess Wilson. That was great. Opened up the field. Looks like they tried to pass to Erin Hooper there, but the St. Mary's Ryken was ready. Ryken defender was ready for that ball, quickly intercepted it, and now it is their ball going in. All right, out of bounds on St. Mary's Ryken.
I believe that was a foot call, Megan. I believe that was a foot call.
Oh, my bad.
You are forgiven. No worries.
Foot calls are super common in field hockey, and it's really hard to avoid, so even,
I mean, it's a strategy some teams use to just hit it in the other team's foot when they need that space, they need that time to recover.
For sure. I mean, it is a strategy, not the cleanest form of play, but
one every team uses, undeniably
it can
so.
definitely help you for sure. All right, aerial from St. Mary's Ryken.
Number 19 on St. Mary's Ryken's got a good aerial. I mean, she knows what she's doing.
Yes, last year Severn used to aerial the ball at the start of every game with Casey Hopkins doing the aerial, but unfortunately Casey is out with an ACL tear. I know Severn really misses her this season. She was a great defender last year.
But she's doing them well. She's keeping the books. I mean, she's staying involved, which is really all you can ask for.
Yeah, and I think we're trying to get her to broadcast some of these games with us. I think that would be fun, especially from
that'd be electric.
Someone who played and is super familiar with Severn and field hockey. All right, Severn is taking it up the right side of the field. Out of bounds on Severn. St. Mary's Ryken ball coming back in. Going fast to the circle, running past multiple Severn defenders. But
Avery Poindexter's not letting her get to goal. Hitting that one right out. The Admirals have been working on their defense all season. It's pretty clear. I mean, they've had some great defensive games, and I think that really shows in their results so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, St. Mary's ball coming in on the right. Great defense by number 3, which is Jess Wilson, but ball coming up the baseline. Way to be there. Who was that? I think that was...
This is Abigail DePaula.
Abigail DePaula, yeah. Great defensive positioning, and it's going to be Severn's ball coming out.
Grace Gunther was there. She was ready. She was not letting anything get by her today.
All right, great hit by Jess. That just gave Severn
Ooh.
a really big advantage, but
It's going to be a dangerous
just
hit.
that ball just went about probably 30 yards, which is a lot in field hockey. It's really hard to move the ball, but that was a great hit. It went by a lot of people. And it is Severn's ball
I
coming
believe this
in.
is going to be a long hit.
Yep, Josie Elion taking the ball in from 25. Looks like that was a 5-yard call on the St. Mary's Ryken defender. And back to Ellie Davis, and then right to Linnea Alstead. Looks like she's got a few defenders on her, but I have no fear.
Good hit from
All
St.
right.
Mary's Ryken. It's a strong hit.
For sure. St. Mary's Ryken coming up the right side of the field really fast with Linnea Alstead on defense. Ellie Davis's backup. And smooth hit to the middle, but stopped by Sydney Owens with a nice lifted pass out to Jess Wilson, who is then coming up the field and passes right to Morgan Ryan back in the game.
Just under
Just got to
10
beat one, and Morgan Ryan.
Just under 10 minutes.
Severn ball again. Jess Wilson taking it in. Sorry.
Say just under 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. No goals yet in the second half, but the Admirals are certainly looking to get another one.
All right, great dodge by Jess Wilson. Lifted pass to the middle. Severn's forwards really got to get there. There have been some great balls to the middle, and no one's been there to catch them. I think Severn's got to start focusing on that a little bit more. But St. Mary's Ryken is also playing great defense, so, that's both of those. And St. Mary's Ryken ball coming up the right side. Stopped by Morgan Ryan. Good defense. It's St. Mary's Ryken ball. That was a great hustle by Morgan. And Morgan again with a great defense. Looks like it will be St. Mary's ball again this time. I think that was just an out-of-bounds call, but good defense. All right, once again, Morgan Ryan, great stop, great defense. And she came up with the ball this time.
Caroline DePaula taking it in.
Good save by Morgan Ryan. And nice pass to Jess. Once again, no Severn forwards there to catch the ball.
That's a
St.
good
Mary's Ryken save. Good deflection by Morgan Ryan and pass up to Caroline DePaula. Looks like it's St. Mary's Ryken ball coming out. All right, and to the left, looks like a double team from Avery and Paige Weinberg. And Severn ball coming back in with Avery taking the ball. All right, corner for Severn. That is the 9th corner for Severn of the game. Oh, my bad. 8th corner of the game. And again, we have Ellie Davis inserting from the same side, the left side. They keep that consistent throughout their inserts. All right, I'm going to bet that Severn's going to use that same strategy of, that one player stopping the ball, then the next coming to hit it really hard into the goal. It has worked for them this game, so hopefully.
But no, they're not. That's
all
a
right,
save
dangerous
from
shot by
St. Mary's
Morgan
Ryken.
Ryan. Great effort, though. That was a lifted ball. I think it was just a little bit too close to the defense, which is a little confusing since some of those balls get
Allowed.
yeah, they're allowed.
Nice save from the
Good
St. Mary's
save.
Ryken goalie.
All right, Severn ball coming in again. Got to
believe-
take it 5 yards. Long hit in. Jess Wilson with the ball.
Lily Hughes backing her up. She needs the support.
All right, looks like it's St. Mary's ball coming out. Good defense on their part.
The St. Mary's Ryken goalies had a really good second half. I mean, letting no shots in when the Admirals have just been pretty much exclusively on the offensive end.
Nice interception by Lily Hughes. She passed to the center, and I think Severn tried to shoot that, but it unfortunately went out of bounds. It's going to be a corner for Severn. Oh, I guess it hit their foot, St. Mary's Ryken foot.
This is now this is their 9th corner, Megan.
Yes, 9th corner now.
With Ellie Davis taking it in again. I mean, she's got a clean hit. She's just a good person to insert for the Admirals.
Yeah, inserting is actually way harder than it looks, and inserters are hard to find.
No, but Ellie Davis makes it look easy. I mean, she's got a clean hit, a strong hit, good aim. Really, nothing more you could ask for.
Yep, and with just under 5 minutes left in the game, Severn has the ball going back up the left side of the field. Great hustle by Morgan Ryan saving the ball. That pass was definitely going to go out, but she...
Morgan Ryan runs track, and you can really tell. I mean, she's just got some speed. That, I mean, really, it's just impressive. Nothing really to critique.
All right,
you should see her 400 time.
St. Mary's Ryken ball coming out. And Severn again with a great defense on the transitions. I think that's Abigail DePaula coming out with the ball.
Ellie Davis is there, keeping that ball in.
And long hit back to Linnea with a great hit up to Josie Elion. And then up to Lily Hughes on the right, who's bringing it up nicely. But
just under 3.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and the Admirals have been almost exclusively playing offense so far.
Yep, long hit Severn with Allie Straub, great hit to the middle, out of bounds on Severn. So that's going to be St. Mary's Ryken ball coming out.
The Admirals are bringing it back into the circle.
All right, St. Mary's Ryken ball coming up the right. Once again, Severn, great defense on the transition.
Ellie Davis is bringing it in from about the midfield line. I mean, we've got 2 minutes left. I'm excited to see this game through. The Admirals have done a great job. I mean, looking forward to later in this week. Hopefully, they'll continue this against the other St. Mary's of Duke of Gloucester. Hopefully, we'll get to see that.
Yeah, Severn's got to be feeling pretty good after this game.
Coach Gio's got to be super psyched with his players. I mean, I believe this is the highest scoring game for the Admirals thus far this season, with a great number of girls scoring so far. I mean, that's a Chick-fil-A dinner for everyone. I mean, he really should treat them. This is impressive. The dynamic today is amazing. Clearly, they're on their communication games, just super, just a compatible team. They know how to interact with each other. They know where to be.
Alright, looks like it's St. Mary's Ryken ball with a strong drive to the end line. Misses the cage.
Grace Gunther knows not to touch that one. She's got a good field sense, knows just let that ride itself out.
Yeah, smart move. You don't want, all the players coming back into your circle. Good decision to let the ball out there.
We're just under a minute now. I mean, St. Mary's Ryken's got it back in Severn's circle, hoping to probably make at least one goal this game, but doesn't look like the Admirals are really going to let that happen. Don't be fooled, though, folks. That is the JV field hockey horn, not ours. We've got just under 30 seconds left in this game.
All right, St. Mary's Ryken ball on the left side with about 15 seconds left.
You can see some energy on the sidelines right now. The girls are jumping. The girls are excited. I mean, they're happy to be here. Look at that. I mean, just great team players.
Yep, great hit by Lily Hughes to Caroline DePaula. St. Mary's Ryken intercepts that ball.
And that's game, folks.
And that's the game.
Severn Admirals 5, St. Mary's Ryken Knights 0 here at the Barber Family Stadium.
All right, everybody, here are our final stats for the game. St. Mary's Ryken took 2 shots while Severn took 27 shots. And St. Mary's Ryken had 18 saves while Severn had 0. And St. Mary's Ryken had 2 corners and Severn had 9. Yeah, and that was our game. Final score 5-0 Severn.
Severn having goals from 4 different players this game. And looking forward to later in the week, they're playing the St. Mary's of Annapolis on Wednesday at the St. Mary's at the Barber Family Stadium. I am mistaken. We are excited to see that game at 4.
Yeah, so last year Severn won to beat St. Mary's 1-0. And the game was at St. Mary's Field, so we're super excited to have the game at Severn this year. And we will be broadcasting that game, so tune back in on Wednesday at 4.
Thank you very much.